wait for the
Silence!
Seeing one. It was in the days of Xerxes, who reigned from India to Kush, over 120 provinces. In those days, when King Xerxes sat on his royal throne, which was in and Shushan, the capital of Persia Empire. In the third year of his reign, he held a banquet for all his officials and his attendants. The army officers of Persia and Media, the nobles of the officials of the provinces were there in his presence. And he displayed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the splendor of his great majesty for many days, 180 days in all. When these days were completed, the king held a banquet for all the people who were present at the Cadell in Shushan, the capital. From the greatest in importance to the least, a 7-day feast in the courtyard of the garden of the king's palace. The drinking was carried on in accordance with the law. No one was compelled to drink. For the king had decided each official of his household to accompany which of his guests' wishes. Queen Vashti also held a separate banquet for the women in the palace of King Xerxes.
Bring Vashti to me with her royal crown, so I can show the people and the princess her beauty.
I don't understand.
Bring Queen Vashti to me with her royal crown, so I can show the people and the princess her beauty.
How dare he summon me, Melania Fusho, at his banquet? Am I just mayor's boy? Am I not Queen Vashti? I refuse to obey the king's request.
Therefore was the king very upset, and his anger burned in him. So he consulted with his princess.
What's his? I'm Queen. I am Queen Vashti.
So what do you suggest be done to Queen Vashti for her disobedience?
Not only did the queen disrespect the king and the princess, but she set a bad example for all the women to disrespect their husbands. Let beautiful woman be sought after for the king to replace the queen.
The king was pleased with this suggestion.
Get off me. I'm the queen, Vashti.
Scene 2. There was a certain Jew in the capital of Shushan, whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Kish, a Benjamin, who had been deported from Jerusalem with the captives who had been exiled from Jeconiah, king of Judah, who Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had exiled. He was the guardian of Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had no father or mother. The young woman was beautiful of a form, of a face, and when her father and mother died, Mordecai took her in as his own daughter. So it came about, when the king's commandment and his decree were proclaimed, and when many young women were gathered together, and the capital of Shushan into custody of Hegai, that Esther was taken to the king's palace and placed in custody of Hegai, who was in charge of the woman. Now the young woman pleased Hegai and found favor with him. So he quickly provided her with beautiful preparations and her portion of food, and he gave her 7 choice maids from the king's palace. Then he transferred her and her maids to the best place in Harmon. Esther did not reveal her people or her family, for Mordecai instructed her not to do so. Every day, Mordecai walked back and forth in the front of the courtyard of Haman to learn how Esther was getting along with that which was happening to her.
I choose her.
Now the king loved Esther more than all other women, and she found favor and kindness with him more than all the other virgins, so that he set the royal crown on her head and made her queen in the palace over Vashti. In those days, while Mordecai was sitting at the king's gate, Nathan and Teshua, 2 of the king's eunuchs who guarded the door, became angry and conspired to attack Xerxes. But the plot became known to Mordecai, who informed Queen Esther, and Esther told the king in Mordecai's name. Now when the plot was investigated and found to be true, both men were hung on the gallows. And it was recorded in the book of Chronicles in the king's presence. Scene 3.
Bluetooth music mode. Waiting to be connected. Bluetooth connected.
There's something wrong with your knees. I, Mordecai, am a Jew, and I don't bow down to nobody but the Most High, a higher. Why do you transgress the king's command and not bow down to Haman? I am a Jew. I only have one God, and his name is Ahai, like I said.
Haman saw that Mordecai neither bowed down nor paid homage to him. He was furious. But he disdained laying hands on Mordecai alone. For they had told him who the people of Mordecai were. So Haman determined to destroy all the Jews. Mordecai, who lived throughout the kingdom of Xerxes, in the first month of the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Xerxes, Haman cast purge, that is, the lot. And he cast before him day after day, month after month, until the 12th month, the month of Adar.
My king, my grace, my excellency, may I have a word with you for a moment? There's a despicable people in your kingdom, a people whose laws are different than ours, who blaspheme the name Xerxes by disobeying the king's command. These people claim to have one God, and it is not us, it is not you, my king. These people should be destroyed off the face of this earth. That the name Israel be blotted out of every book, every memory of every people on this earth. If it be your will, king, I will pay top dollar, top shekels to the man, woman, and child that block these people out of existence, king, if it be your will.
Then the king's scribes were summoned on the 13th day of the first month. And it was written just as Haman commanded to the kings, chief rulers, and to the governors who were over each province, and to the officials of each people. Each province according to its written. Each people according to their own language, being written in the name of the king Xerxes, and sealed with the king's signet ring. Letters were sent by countries to all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to annihilate all Jews, both young and old, women and children, in one day. The 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar, and to seize their belongings as plunder. Scene 4.
Abba, what have I done? What have I done? Woe is me! Woe is me! Woe to Israel! Father, forgive me! Forgive me! Sacrifice your people. Have mercy. Have mercy. Little children, what have you learned today in class?
Why did they even rage and the people imagine they
Remember, the Most High love you. What have you learned, princess? That is right. Esther, my daughter, go to the king and make a plea for him for Israel.
But everyone knows if I go to the king without being summoned, I could be put to death.
Oh, man. Don't think you'll escape this decree. If you hold your peace, deliverance will be elsewhere in Israel. Who knows? You might be queen out of this.
Khan, you're right. Okay, so gather all the Jews.
Okay.
And I and my maidens will fast also. And then I'll approach the king. And if I perish, so be it.
Queen Esther, what is your petition? And even half this kingdom will be yours.
If it pleases the king, and I have found favor in your sight, grant me my life and the life of my people. For we have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and wiped out.
Who is he? And who dares to do so?
The enemy and the adversary is this wicked Haman!
Grace.
Who I am?
Listen. You have to take back the words you said. You have to take back the words you said. Listen!
have this kingdom one way or another. You or your people will.